This is the Mariners Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Seattle Mariners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You're still in my bit, but I love it.
I don't have a broom. I'm sorry, guys. I don't. This is all I got. It's a Swiffer. My wife doesn't like brooms, so no. Double sweep. Let's go, Mariners. All right, let me get my headphones back on.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll give Anders time, and
sorry,
we
probably should find that out a little bit better.
You know what's fun is he doesn't hear me talk about him stealing my bit, and I'm not upset about it. It's just not.
I did hear that, but I haven't seen you do that once.
You've never my most famous Mile Y videos.
Have you done it once on the Mariners Postcast here on the Locked On Podcast Network?
No, because I can't find my broom.
Okay, great. Well, that's another sweep. Let's go. Take that, Adrian Hauser. I switched to my Sonics jersey because he was wearing an Oklahoma City Thunder jersey while he was warming up. If you didn't
I didn't see that. Oh,
yes.
That makes it so much better.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so happy right now.
Yes, I know. And it's a nice warm day, so I threw on the basketball jersey. Let's go. But the Mariners, they're the big story of today. They sweep for a 9-1 homestand, a second straight sweep. Man, they are hot right now. It's probably Mariners outside. It's pretty close. I'd give it to the Mariners and who's hotter right now. But what a time to be a Mariners fan. It's a super fun postcast right now. It has been for a while, and ever since the trade deadline, these guys are a different baseball team. So we're going to talk about it. Welcome to the Mariners Postcast. Anderson Hurst here, Chris Crawford. Please excuse that just pitiful bit that I just did, but I think it works. Whatever. Whatever. Bryan Woo was good. Offense was good. Not elite on either one of those, but sometimes you don't need to be, right? You just need to win the game, and that's exactly what happened. We'll do our unsung hero and villain today, but first I'm going to get the initial thoughts of one Christopher Crawford.
It's just fun right now. It's just fun, and that first inning, particularly the bottom of the inning, was one of my favorites.
Take that, Adrian Hauser.
That was so fun to see, and it's even more fun, like you said, now that I know about the OKC thing. But this is big, man. Like these are results that you need. And I talked about it on Mollywop Monday that they always ask us what result do you want, right? Yeah. What result do you want for the week? I think everyone was saying 4-2, and I said, no, I want 5-1. They got to finally start getting some sweeps. Well, they got 2 of them.
Yeah.
They got 2 of them. And this is so awesome, too, because you have a big old road trip coming up. Big old road trip. One team that's really struggling right now, but is pretty talented. One team that is talented that has struggled all year, and then the Phillies are a tough one, right? This will be a good test. And I don't want to get too far ahead or anything like that. Now a 4-6 road trip ain't so bad, right? Because you just went 9-1 during a homestand, right? Now, obviously, we're rooting for better. We hope they win their next 44 games left, 43, one of the two, something like that.
And even more, sweep everyone through the playoffs.
Just keep winning every game. Every game you should win. It won't get boring whatsoever. But this was awesome. It was kind of a slog in the middle innings, if I'm being completely honest with you. But that's what getting 4 runs in the first inning will do. It allows you to win a game that kind of slogs through, and then it was great to see some add-on in the 7th and 8th. This baseball team is playing really good baseball.
Yeah, they are. Kind of an up and down Bryan Woo start. Not dominant, but ends up getting through 6 innings. For the 23rd time this season, ties Clayton Kershaw in 2019. The first person to do it since Clayton Kershaw in 2019 to do it in his first 23 starts. I feel like maybe they would have taken him out if he didn't have that on kind of going. But, I still like that they went with him. They let him get through the inning, and it ended up working out pretty okay. Still gives up 3 runs. Not elite stuff today, but it's just a Bryan Woo start. Get through 6 innings, 3 or less runs. He's Mr. Quality Start this season.
He just can't get to 10 strikeouts. It's never going to happen. It's just never going to happen. That's what's funny too is I looked at the box score and I saw 9 strikeouts and I was like, really? did he really strike out that many? Because, the second, third, and fourth inning, he struggled in all three of those innings, right? Like he gives up. But I think the big thing there was that he avoided the big inning, right? He avoided too many crooked numbers. You get some ones, that's fine, especially when you're given a 4-run lead. It's a little easier to pitch and it's a little easier to justify. But like 9 strikeouts is a good start. He pounded the strike zone, so that didn't surprise at all. He just issued the 1 walk, 74 of 99 pitches issued for strikes. So I don't think it was his best stuff game, but I thought that the control was super good. I think, the fact that he on his not best days is able to get 6 innings of 3-run baseball with 9 strikeouts just speaks to how good he is, right? If I had one complaint, just a few too many extra base hits, like we would prefer some of those doubles to turn into singles, but solid. He battled through it. And he was able to generate just enough swing and miss and get enough batters to initiate weak contact for a literal quality start. I'll take it.
Yeah. And, it's just kind of what he does this season. Sometimes he's going to dominate and go 7 and 1 run with, 9 strikeouts because he can't get to 10. But sometimes he's going to grind to get through 6. But he will give you the length, which I think is, I don't want to say more valuable than like just dominant stuff. Like you compare his starts to Logan Gilbert's starts where it's like they're kind of anti each other. Logan Gilbert looks like complete dominant for 4 innings and then struggles for 1 inning and can't get through 6. Right. Yeah. So it's like versus Bryan Woo just kind of cruises. Never really seems like he's the guy, but he just somehow gets through 6 every single time. And you need both of those different types of pitchers. So it's good to have, especially in a day where your bullpen was extremely short today. So
yeah, absolutely.
You needed him to get through that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They needed that 6 innings. They needed him to be able to get through that. And like, that's just a solid start. It's a solid start. Yeah. It's, if you compare it to what he did against the White Sox, where he was as good as I think any starting pitcher this year, it's not as good, but that's okay. That's okay, right?
You're not gonna have that every time.
When you're not at your best and you have 6 innings of 3-run baseball with 9 strikeouts, you're a really good starting pitcher. And Bryan Woo is beyond a really good starting pitcher. He is one of the very best starting pitchers in baseball, and I would bet for even more results like this over the final 6 weeks.
Yeah, and he's an all-star for a reason, right? So let's talk about the bottom of the first inning for the Mariners, because I think that kind of encapsulates why this offense is so much better now.
Sure.
After the 2 additions of Naylor and Suarez. And look, like, yes, Naylor gets the home run later in the game, but those 2 guys, and we've said this so many times, but I'm going to keep saying it, those 2 guys specifically, I guess Suarez does hit the 2-run single in that moment. So it's good to see him start to find his groove a little bit. Still doesn't have that breakout, like totally hotter than the sun, Eugenio Suarez that we're used to, but it seems like he's getting his timing back a little bit, which is good to see. But it's not them and what they bring individually. It's what it brings to the entire lineup and how it changes how pitchers approach this entire lineup, right? So having those 2 guys lengthen it just gives this team such a much different feel. And you saw the exact effect of that with Adrian Hauser having to pitch 40 pitches in the first inning. Yeah. Yes, he's way more efficient after that. And honestly, really impressive to get through 5 after 40 pitch first inning.
45, by the way.
Yeah, 45. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I didn't look at the exact number.
That's okay.
Yeah. 40. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that's pretty impressive. As much as I dislike the guy now for the Oklahoma City thing, that is, it was impressive. He battled through those next few innings, but that first inning was so fun. Randy gets hit. I think the Mariners got hit 3 times today. I know Julio got hit, Naylor got hit, and I believe Randy got hit too.
Randy in the first batter of the game,
First batter of the game, and can we just shut the heck up about where Cal Raleigh bats in a lineup, please? Please, I'm begging you. Like,
to be fair, I don't know if a lot of people are really talking about that.
Oh, buddy. One of the things about becoming famous on social media is you hear a lot of people talk about a lot of things.
Is that a thing?
Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
I mean,
by the way, show off your Sonic shirt, buddy. Someone's asking. Yep, flaunt it.
It's Roy Allen from 06-07, I want to say. Maybe 05-06, the last time they went to the playoffs. I don't know. It's a cool jersey. I like it.
It's a really cool jersey. So he gets that homer, and this is such a special season. And it's great to see him driving the baseball. Now, we are seeing a lot of 1-for-5s right now from Cal Raleigh, but if the 1-for-5 is home run, who gives a crap, right? Like that run production is so imperative. And then I love the fact that the inning wasn't over by a long shot, right? Julio drops in the single. Josh Naylor, I forget how Josh Naylor gets on in the first inning.
He walks.
That sounds right. And then the double steal and balk. It kind of sucks that Naylor had a stolen base taken away from him on that play. Both players did because they both would have stolen those bases. Yes. But then that was a huge hit from Gino with the drawn in infield to just, make hard enough contact to get that ball up the middle. And you got that 4-0 lead and you felt pretty darn good, right? You felt like Bryan Woo's not going to give up 4 runs. Now it got closer than we thought it would, right? Yeah. But those type of innings, and that was a collective inning. The thing I like too is even though they didn't score again in that inning, you had Mitch Garver drew a walk. I believe Dominic Canzone, JP Crawford gets on in that inning. You batted around in an inning where you score 4 runs. I will be honest, if we lose this game, maybe we're talking about, boy, you kind of let him off the hook there a little bit. Probably should have ended up with more than 4. And I didn't love Gino trying to steal second base.
I was about to say that's probably the one negative in that inning.
One negative, I think, from that inning was that he got a little too. And you know what? I almost guarantee the steal sign was on. Like, I don't think
it was probably UI telling him, hey, if you see this, you go, right?
Yes. And
they got something on him. It was weird.
Absolutely. So, and I love how aggressive they've been on the bases, right? Like it's been a lot of fun. Randy gets thrown out for one of the first times all year, but I just love the aggressiveness that this team has had on base. But that first inning, that was awesome. That was a really fun inning to watch. It was probably my favorite 4-run inning they've had. Yeah. From that point on, the offense kind of stunk, right? It wasn't a really good offensive effort until, and we could talk about that in the second half.
Yeah. And like, what you say about you're never going to score in every inning, right?
No, of course not.
When you score 4 runs and you bat around in the first inning, you give yourself, all right, we got a 4-run lead now. And knowing our pitching staff, or, more often than not, our pitching staff, that's enough, right? And it ended up being enough, but it's good that you got the extra insurance runs as well. All right, on the second half of the show, we're going to kind of talk about a couple moments later in the game, give you your unsung hero, and then a little bit about the bullpen, because there's some stuff there that I want to talk about, and it's mostly good. So let's do that right after this quick time. Today's episode is brought to you by Gameday Hue, and fans for Seattle Mariner fans like me, this one hits the mark.
Gameday makes clean, no-logo gear with team-inspired colorways for every pro and college fan base. It's all about letting your color speak for you. There's no giant logos. It's just smart, versatile style that works on game day, on the course, or anywhere in between. Anders, we're busy guys, right? So if we're wearing if I'm wearing a big Husky shirt, that might play here, but it may not play on if I'm golfing with my Coug friends. Maybe I actually want to be a nice guy. No, I do not. I don't have friends, but I don't have Coug friends specifically. If I don't want to be the jerk who rubs that in, or if I am going to a business meeting, maybe I want to represent the purple and gold, but I want to wear something a little more neutral, where you can't accuse me necessarily of being that jerk. Gameday Hue makes awesome stuff to make sure that I am ready to go no matter what the situation.
Right now, you can get 15% off with code MLB15 at GamedayHue.com. That's GamedayHue.com. The code even stacks on bundle deals. So now's the time to load up. Let your colors talk, because colors speak louder than words. That's GamedayHue.com, code MLB15. August 26th is officially FanDuel Futures Day, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches.
For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling your MVP, eyeing a long shot division winner, or ready to crown your Super Bowl champ before week 1 even kicks off, this is your moment. Ticket flyer on the MVP race. If you feel like, hey, maybe Sam Darnold, if you have that type of season, I bet you get really good odds. If he has that big year, it can play. Crown your champion in August. You know what? My pick to win the Super Bowl this year, I don't love it. but I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos.
No.
I bet you can get really good odds on the Denver Broncos to win the Super Bowl.
Don't bet that,
or
guys.
just parlay your division winner dark horses. It's an awesome day. Make some money with FanDuel.
Oh gosh, yeah. Maybe that's why I'm not into betting. I can't imagine that happening. But maybe it does. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game.
Can I just say real quick? I didn't mean anything that I just said. Like, I'm just picking. I thought
Please don't pick the Broncos to win the Super Bowl.
I thought of two long shots. Like, I will say this: Denver's defense is really good.
It's
like,
good.
It wouldn't completely shock me if it happened, especially in the NFL where we see so much stuff. But you know, anybody betting against the Eagles or the Chiefs right now is just probably someone who hasn't paid attention for the last 3 years. But
or wishful thinking that it's
wishful thinking for sure. But yeah, that's a fun little thing. Like, take a look at some of the long shots and don't bet responsibly for sure. But if you're looking for that big payday, those are the days to do it.
Yeah, I think the Bills get over the hump this year.
I hope so. I really like Josh Allen. He stole my wife from me, but other than that, I think he's a.
It's happened a couple times with you.
It's happened a lot. I just happened to not be at the right place at the right time. That's fair. It's not because they're much better looking and much wealthier than me. It's just I'm not in the right place at the right time.
Throw in the Seahawks for Super Bowl pick. Why not?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If the defense is what it is. All right. Catch Locked On Seahawks. We have our squad show on Tuesday, breaking down lots of film. So if you missed any part of that, check it out.
For sure.
Welcome back to the Mariners Postcast. Anderson Hurst here, Christopher Crawford to my left. We're talking about a Mariners sweep and a second sweep in a row for their seventh straight win, and 9 out of 10 in the homestand, which is an awesome homestand. What else can you say about this team? I want to break down a couple moments in this game, specifically when the Mariners brought in Caleb Ferguson for the 7th inning. I'm curious on your thoughts on that, and then leaving him in for the first 2 outs of the 8th as well.
So that very much suggested to me that this was a very short bullpen, right? Like a bullpen where obviously Andres Munoz wasn't available. Obviously Bizardo wasn't available. I don't think Gabe Spire was available. And if those were made public, by the way, I just didn't see it because I was doing some other stuff. But
they talked about it on the broadcast. Like,
they? Okay.
Yeah, they said they probably aren't. So that's,
Sure. So, and that makes sense. I thought Caleb Ferguson did a really nice job today. Yeah. And seeing him pitch to Caminero again was a little scary after what we saw last night, but he gets the job done.
Yep.
I will say specifically, so I like the decision to go to Ferguson for multi-innings. He's done the job before like that, and I thought he did a really nice job. When I saw Carlos Vargas come in to pitch to that last batter, that wasn't my favorite decision, but good for Carlos Vargas for getting the job done, man. Like, just in a huge situation. It's a 5-3 game, a blast there, and you're talking about the Tampa Bay taking the lead, right? Really nice job by him. A nice job of piecing things together, I think, by Dan Wilson today. Like, Ferguson gets those big 5 outs. You see some swing and miss stuff there. He looked pretty upset that he issued that walk, but I thought did a nice job. Vargas gets his out, and then Matt Brash has just looked so much better over the last week or so, right? I know he only gets the one strikeout, but that stuff was absolutely impressive. This was a really nice job in a day where you were clearly shorthanded. And if there was ever a game that would have been, again, I'm doing quotation marks, okay to lose, it would be this one, right?
Yeah.
Like,
you're fine with the
an 8-2 homestand or a 5-1 week. Those are good weeks, right? So it's like, all right, you're playing with house money a little bit. You're taking a little bit of chances. You're making sure that people have, you're fresh for this big road trip, right? Yeah. Because I don't believe they have a day off on this road trip. You have Monday off, and then I think you play all 10 days, right? Yeah. By the way, next Sunday, Little League game. That's going to be really interesting.
Oh, yeah, with the Mets. That's cool.
That's going to be really interesting. But that's big because you want people as fresh as possible, right? Yeah. So being able to squeeze 6 from Woo, being able to get multiple innings from Ferguson, getting the 1 out from a guy who was a high leverage reliever to begin the year, but it's certainly not a high leverage reliever anymore. And then your closer's down and Matt Brash still gets the job done. I don't think you can ask for much more.
Yeah. And again, you didn't need it, but you did get some insurance runs too, and could have been bigger moments. I think we now have the official number 1 wild card spot because Boston lost, I want to say.
Boston lost to the Padres, and it's worth pointing out that the Mariners do have the tiebreaker with Boston, so it's technically a 2-game lead now because you're 1 game up, and then you have the tiebreaker with Boston. That's awesome. That is really big.
A lot of things are falling the Mariners. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, please. It's a lot of things are going the Mariners' way. That's 100% accurate. But I talked about it a bunch last night, probably too much. But I'm going to say it again. Win the division or be wild card 1. Make the series start in Seattle. And for everyone who says screw the wild card, 100% agree. Yeah. But if someone hands me the wild card, I'll take it over nothing, right? Like I absolutely will take it over nothing. I want home games in Seattle. I want multiple guaranteed home games in Seattle to get this party started, right?
Yeah.
But win the division. Win the division for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely with you on win the division. I think it's more than possible. Houston, yes, they win the series against New York, but I don't even know what that means now because New York looks terrible.
They look awful. Yeah. Awful.
Yeah.
Did Cleveland win today?
I didn't see if Cleveland won. I know Texas got swept. So that's another positive thing. Like they're falling out of it. You're really it's really just 4 teams for 3 spots.
Cleveland lost. That's great. Good job, White Sox. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I know all the to go for the division. I know all the screw the wild card.
Yeah.
I have seen 1 playoff game in Seattle since I graduated from high school.
And 0 playoff runs.
And 0 playoff runs scored in T-Mobile /Safeco /Boost Mobile, whatever you want to call it.
You got a 2 for 1 though, because it was 18 innings, Chris.
Yeah. I talked about on Molly What Monday. I sat in a suite for that game, and I was miserable. It was just awful to sit through that thing. I want multiple games. I want to have a game, and then no matter what happens, you're guaranteed to play another game in Seattle, Washington. And if you get that wild card 1, or if you get that division win, you guarantee that happening.
Yeah. And I just want the division because it's something you haven't done since 2001.
Oh,
you've been in the playoffs in 2022. Like, great. Sure. You won a series,
and it was a blast too.
And
right?
it was totally great. But I want something new. I think this team can take a step up from that team. I think they're a better team than they were in 2022. So let's make it happen.
Just real quick on this, and then I'll end it.
Yeah,
it'll be disappointing if they don't win the division, but it will not be the all-out end-all. It'll depend on how they do in the postseason.
No, exactly.
Right? Depend on what happens in the postseason. But the absolute goal of this team, without question, should be winning this division. And I'm just going to go on record right now on August 10th at 4:24, 4:25 now. Happy birthday to my cousin. Happy birthday to Dave Softy Mahler. They're going to win the division.
Clip it. Guys, clip that. It's his fault if they don't.
Clip it.
Let's go. I think I'm with you, by the way. I agree with you. I think they do win this division for the first time since 2001. And
here's another thing I'm going to say real quick, because I just saw the Mariners will finish with a better record than the Blue Jays. Mariners are going to win the division, and they're going to have the best record in the American League in the process.
They're going to be the number 1 seed.
What? They're going to be the number 1 seed.
With a bye.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep. Hey, I think this is the best team in the division. I just don't know if they finish with the best record. I hope so. Or sorry, not division. Best team in the AL. Sorry, that's what I
watched Detroit. They're right now. They are 2 games back of the Blue Jays and 2 games back of the Tigers, and you have the tiebreaker over both of them, I believe. So
I know you do against the Tigers. I don't know if we do against the Blue Jays.
I don't. Either way, they're going to finish with a better record than the Blue Jays. It doesn't matter.
I like it. Screw that Canadian team, huh? Get him out of here. All right, Mariners get the sweep, second straight sweep, 9-1 homestand. We have tomorrow off, Monday off for a travel day for the Seattle Mariners. So you get to finally have a day where you don't see me and Chris's faces. So good job on you guys, but you're going to come on back to us on Tuesday for the first game of who's the first series?
Baltimore.
Yeah,
Baltimore.
Of the Orioles series. I think it's a 3:40 first pitch on Tuesday. I know it's at 3:40, and then a 10:05 on Thursday. So we get the nice early East Coast games
335, by the way. That's
Okay.
interesting. I haven't seen a 335 start. I've seen some 340s. I've seen some 405s.
Yeah.
I can't remember them playing at 335 before.
Garth, I like the way you're thinking. Mariners have Canada power with Naylor and Brash, so we can even out that team up there that no one thinks about. So, yeah, Corbin Smith, I said that. No one thinks about them. You're American. How could you do that? All right. We'll talk to you guys on Tuesday. Really appreciate you hanging out with us. Like the video if you haven't already. Again, what more can we say? The Mariners are winning baseball games. It's fun. Your best players are playing well. Let's keep it rolling. That's all I'm going to say. Chris Crawford, I'll give you the last word.
I'm hosting for Ian again tomorrow, 1 to 3, KJR 93.3.